You're now tuned in to the Good, Bad, and Indifferent podcast. You got Omar, ShalomIsrael, and Chris. Yo, the people are waiting. Let's start the show.
No one told the bumblebee that it couldn't fly.
Why not?
Because...
Honey Nut Cheerios.
No, it's not Honey Nut Cheerios. I'm feeling so inspired by my students this week. And bumblebees are designed not to be able to fly, but they can. So it's about doing the impossible.
I never knew that about bumblebees.
You got to look it up. It's incredible.
Definitely have to.
No one told the bumblebee.
I learned something today.
That it couldn't fly. Today we're talking about Bon Voyage travel stories.
Uh-oh. They're all
is it
great.
all bomb?
TripAdvisor 5 stars the whole way, right?
Mal. You said 5 stars.
Yelp.
Or 1.5 stars. Right.
That 5 stars.
We got some stories.
Indeed.
Because what's that, Rusty?
No.
Already?
Right off the goddamn
Already,
gate.
Omar?
Bitch on the horse.
Fresh out the gate.
Exactly.
Here we go.
We haven't set 4 words. Rusty's ready nagging me. Listen, I'm talking about the flights from hell.
Oh, boy.
So last year, I went on a cruise. But to get to the cruise, I had to fly out to Florida.
Right.
Now, my original plan was to catch a later flight around 10-ish.
Right.
Because there's no red-eye flights no more for some reason.
Huh. Okay.
So I was like, okay, I'll catch a late flight. Everyone who went to the cruise with us was like, no, we have to be there earlier. We have to be there. Okay, no problem. Right. I changed my flight to an earlier flight. This is where this shit hits the fan.
Okay.
So we board the plane.
You're on the plane.
We're sitting. We're like, oh shit, we're about to go. We pull out of the little ramp area and we stop. And I'm like, okay, there's probably planes in front of us. No. Mm-hmm. On the loudspeaker, we hear the captain saying, hey, it's just going to be a moment. We got fuel up. First off.
Okay,
yeah, I'm going to get to that one.
Go to the gas station.
First off, why the fuck did we move if we're not fueled up?
That's scary in itself.
Very scary.
Like, we pulled away without fuel, is what you're telling me?
So I was like, so is there a fucking gas station in the sky I didn't know about? Like, what the fuck?
Sky miles.
He's like, oh, shit, we got to fuel up. I said, oh, shit.
Here we go.
I looked at the person I was with, and I was like, if we die, I just want you to know I love you because this is bullshit. And I was like, yo, what is... So, and then I was, okay. So, the gas truck, I saw the fuel truck, and I was like, because I was right there out the window. I'm looking at, oh, shit, the fuel truck is really here. Like, we really had no gas. Right. So, we're seeing them trying... I'm seeing the person trying to attach that hose to the plane. You want more hell? You want more hell?
Right.
The attachment part wasn't the correct one for our plane.
No.
That's ridiculous.
So the fuel wasn't getting through.
Wow. No.
Listen.
This is a real story.
I have confirmation. We could speak to the person we could speak to we could speak to the 3 people that was on the same plane with me when we was trying to fly out to Florida. Right? So the fuel thing wasn't working.
Oh no.
So they were like, oh, someone wants to get the piece. We're like, okay. He was like, it'll be like maybe another 20 minutes. No problem. 20 minutes.
Right.
They didn't find that piece for like an hour.
No.
Then when
you're on the plane already.
And then when they did find it and they finally came, the fucking fuel truck left.
I know that's right.
I said,
we have other stuff to do. We can't be waiting for you all day.
I said, wait a minute. This was God telling me I shouldn't have booked this cruise either because it's going to be the most disastrous fucking cruise ever.
Right.
Like, all sides was like, and then
Don't go.
That same day was when technology went haywire and banks was crashing and all types of shit. Like,
so there was just like a glitch in the system.
Everything. And I was just like.
The entire system.
I'm like, no fuel. And electronics was fucking up.
Right.
They can't find a piece. I was like, this is God telling me. You coming home, Poppy. I kid you not. I cannot make that up. And I was like, wow, this is bullshit. So, you want the shit kicker real quick? So the original plane I was supposed to go on, the later flight, landed before mine.
No,
I know that's right.
and you switched it and spent money, and you knew it was dumb money for you to switch.
And listen. I've never had a delay closer to 4 hours because my flight, like I said, was like at almost 10-ish. The flight we took was at 4, and we didn't land till like almost midnight.
There you go.
New York to where were you going?
To Florida.
Not
or
even nothing.
like Miami, Orlando?
I think Orlando.
Mickey said, "Get out of here. He don't want you."
So then, the flight coming back,
Oh boy.
another 3-hour delay. I was like,
Really?
I looked at my guest and I was like, next time I'm coming to Florida or we're doing a cruise, I'm fucking driving.
You're gonna drive
Plane shit.
train, bus,
Exactly.
Greyhound.
I would do a 17-hour drive instead of doing that fucking
The plane.
a 3-hour delay on one, a 4-hour delay. I was like, yo, we spent more time on the delay than we did on the flight.
Right.
ridiculous.
Or in your on your cruise.
No,
Yeah.
the cruise is 7 8.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, encroached upon it.
Was the cruise nice after all that trouble?
It was. I had a good time. We'll speak about that. We'll speak about that later. But the flight from hell, and I'm telling you, me and Rusty was on that plane like,
You about to slap
if
everybody.
I gotta kick a fucking person in the chest, get the plane in the air, let's kick a person in the chest. I didn't understand.
Oh my
Have
god.
any of you ever experienced some shit like that?
Oh my god.
Not that. The closest I got actually was it going to Florida? Yeah,
Uh-oh.
yeah, it was. It
Uh-oh,
was
Florida.
It's Florida.
Florida's got a rep.
We got Florida off the
Right.
United States.
Right.
There was a JetBlue was going to LA, but it went through Florida for some reason. There was some box. I forget the word he get. It was something to do with the navigation or like whatever, and they had to replace that part. And after we got on the plane, and much to what Omar is over here, his face to tell the story.
He's talking about they got to fix the navigation system.
Exactly.
So motherfuckers just flying diddy daddy like, oh shit, that look like Florida.
I know it
That's
looks,
not
Right,
it looks
right.
like a runway.
Like test the water, test the air.
Kind of, its trackers to reflect the.
Right.
The wind is
Check the
blowing
birds.
due
like,
east.
open that window real quick. Let me.
Right.
Turn the turn signal on.
Seaward.
No, they got to smell the air. They smell like
Right,
Jersey.
right.
We're not in the right spot.
Keep going. Keep going.
So to me, what's so jarring, and I'm sure just listening to Omar, was like when you see the mechanics come on the plane that you're sitting on. I'm like, I don't
Right.
think you use the right Phillips head screwdriver. You know, I'm looking at everything like, is that incorrectly? Because he
Right.
came in and slapped
Listen.
it in, and we backed up and took off. I said, did you even turn it
You
back
want to
on?
like test? Right. Did you test it? Did you make sure?
I didn't hear the engine stop and
Right.
turn back.
Right.
No,
It's
but
so scary.
Talking about that, that's how many times it was like, and I'm like, oh shit, we're about to go. And I was like, wait, that fuel truck, I was like, the fuel truck never came. Where the fuck we going? I was
Right.
like, no.
No fuel. Gonna be halfway there. Run out of fuel.
Right? We're going to fly. And like, we got to do emergency landing. Fuck you.
Emergency
Fuck
landing.
you.
You know what? When he's talking, that just came to my mind. You know, if you've been on a plane where sometimes you hear the engines kind of like that it's shut off, like when you're in the air.
Yes.
I'm like, to him, I'd have been peeing my pants. Like,
Right. If that was,
I think I'll
does
come
that
back on.
mean that they're right? We're out of fuel.
No. And then the thing is, like, we dipped close to like
Nope.
7,000.
Nope.
7,000 feet. Yeah. We dipped, and I was like, that was the no fuel.
Right.
I'd be dying. We fucking dying.
Oh my God, planes, man. But it's the same with accommodations. Like, I don't know how you guys are with booking accommodations. Airbnb, right?
Okay.
Shout out to Airbnb. I know there's so much controversy around Airbnb.
A lot.
But, and also, you know, like booking regular hotels, hostels. Like, one of my favorite things to do is locate a place that I want to go and then get like not cheap, but like inexpensive housing, which sometimes is an Airbnb.
Yes.
Especially when you get to have the full house and it's all to yourself. But like, you just never be knowing what you're gonna get. You know what I mean? Now, mind you, I have actually had relatively decent Airbnb experiences.
Okay.
And I also appreciate the idea of like borrowing someone's home. And now I don't even think it's like that. I think people have several Airbnb properties, so they're not living in them like they were when they first started. But that said, recently I went to Vancouver. It was a great experience.
Okay.
And I stayed in 2 Airbnbs. One, my sister booked. It was Jimi Hendrix's house. And it's what do you call it? A heritage house where it's a landmark.
Okay.
A landmark spot in a
yes.
city. But when I showed up to the back of the house because Canada,
Trying to break in.
Vancouver has
Right?
all these
No,
alleys.
cops. What are you doing here? You like, oh, I have my receipts.
No, but I thought about that. But it's Canada, you know what I'm saying? I was like, if this were not Canada and I showed up to the back alley.
Don't do
anyway,
In
I took
Canada,
a picture.
Where you going, A?
I took a picture and sent it to my sister. She was in full panic mode because she was like, that's not what the pictures look like. That's not what are you sure that's it? And I was like, it says 8:27. I was horrified, right? So I got to sit out front, wait. But then we go, then the host tells me, okay, you get to check in an hour.
Okay.
Checked in and he goes, you need to go. I didn't realize that the property was sandwiched.
Yes.
So I was on the back end.
Okay.
So I go around to the front And it's this like big ass house. And I was like, we got that whole house. But then in my mind, I was like, it looks like people live. It was so confusing. Turns out, freaking Jimi Hendrix's house was like the back garage. Okay. It was a repurposed garage. Mind you, it was amazing. Yeah. But I'm like, Jimi Hendrix did not stay in the garage. He stayed in the house in front where we were not allowed. Like somebody lives there.
Of course
so
not.
we had to literally go around the back, down the back alley to this little hut. It did look like the pictures, but like my sister, because my sister booked it, she was like, "Oh, we're gonna stay in Jimi Hendrix's house." She was so disappointed because it was
like
literally the garage of the house.
That
is where we were staying.
You were like, "Oh, we Jimi Hendrix." They're like, "No, you're not."
Yep,
that's where you used to park his cars.
Yep, they were like, exactly, Omar. And there were like pictures. It was really cute, and there was like a little loft, and we loved it. But it's like stuff like that is what happens when you're like booking accommodations and you just really don't know. And the second one I stayed in, also super cute, but the way the hosts, marketed this property was as though I thought I was staying in his house with a private entrance, and you know, sometimes it's like a basement or like in Jimi Hendrix's, you know, like a back house, right? But it turns out it was literally like a dormitory style. So you go into this apartment, locks, you know, he had little slippers for everybody, but you come up the stairs and there was 7 to 9 rooms numbered, and he was like, "You're in number 2." So I was like, "Oh, this wasn't really what I was thinking." So I'm sharing this kitchen, I'm sharing 2 bathrooms. Already I'm a germaphobe. Already I was struggling.
This is the one fork story.
This is the one fork. I told Omar story. That's right, I told you guys earlier, Omar and Chris, this Airbnb had 2 damn forks.
Oh, the 2 forks. I said corrected.
2 forks.
Whose shift is it to use a fork?
2 forks with like 8 rooms on the floor.
2 forks with 8 rooms, and they had all these chopsticks, right? Okay, cool. Vancouver, you know, South Asia, East Asia's right there. So everybody is probably might go for the chopsticks, but I'm not trying to eat my food with chopsticks. There were 2 forks. Yo, I was practically torching those forks, and I still came home sick. And in my mind, I couldn't help but think of the 2 forks. Yeah. And when I booked it, I was not anticipating sharing the 2 bathrooms
and the 2 forks.
Only having 2 forks, and then I kept forgetting to get plastic forks. I was like, I'm gonna go out and bring plastic forks back, and I didn't. And then I was like, it's fine, you know, just like. And I like, no lie, I like boiled water and like poured it over the forks. Because I just,
you know, you should have done when you were boiling the water, you should put the forks in that shit
water
and just let it sit.
That shit cook
right
there, y'all.
Yo, 2 forks. No, thank you. And on the review, I was like, this Airbnb was great. I almost put the 2 forks.
You should have.
You should have.
Took a picture holding them both.
I
got the forks. I got them.
You were like, I got a souvenir, so they only got 1 fork left, motherfuckers.
Take one of the forks and one of the prongs. One of them was like this. The prong,
that's what you should do. Take one of the prongs out of the fork.
Bend it backwards. Make it go like.
Give him the finger.
Bend down the fork so that it's the finger.
It
was a mess. I was like, okay, Airbnb, come on. Like 2 forks, really.
So the only reason your sister booked the other one was only because of Jimi Hendrix?
Jimi Hendrix, yeah.
Wow. And the only reason you booked yours was...
It was inexpensive,
but
and
because they lied as well. They made it seem like it was a 5-star.
We have 3 forks. Right, 3 forks.
We got a 5-star. No, we got 2 forks. We got 2 forks.
You didn't read that. You didn't read that. We have 2 forks,
not 5 stars. It was a good location and it was inexpensive.
Okay,
but my sister joined the trip, which is why she couldn't. I didn't know why she couldn't stay with me. He was like, no 2 guests in a room, but he was like 1 guest per room. Now I understand why, because it was literally like a dorm. P.S. I saw like 3 people with more than 1 guest in a room. Okay,
of course you did. Yeah.
I'm thinking about that now.
They probably brought their own forks, though. If you bring your own forks, you can put more people in the room.
Exactly. You gotta bring your own utensils.
It was a mess, and the walls were paper thin, so I'm like whispering. And I'm like afraid to pass gas.
Think I know it was the other room smashing out.
No, that's what I literally thought, but no, thank God. And it's a bunch of men, which is also like, eh.
Wow.
And then there was this guy like coughing, but the walls were so thin, and I was like creeping around, it was too much. But I did not anticipate living in like a dormitory style arrangement when I was there.
Yeah.
Freaking Airbnb. Man.
I am so against Airbnb for some reason.
Really?
Not the company, but what's the the whole Airbnb, Verbo, like whatever, all those house sharing, whatever,
Yeah,
all those things.
Yeah.
I am so just
like timeshares and stuff like that.
Yeah. I am just so, the word is spoiled, but I'm just so regimented with hotel. I've been with other people who have rented the Airbnb, and it's like, oh, it's nice. It's a whole house. It's a whole everything, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, something in me is like, yeah, what if the person comes home? Like, this is their
Oh,
house.
really?
I'm like, there's a camera. That teddy bear is also a camera.
Exactly.
I don't,
Which is factual.
yeah, I mean, it's whatever. My mind clearly spins out of
Yeah,
control,
yeah.
and it's something like that can't happen in a hotel. I'm like, what is the maid or whatever? What's the male version of maid? But whatever the house cleaning is
house
doing, I'm like,
cleaning,
they
yeah.
can be setting stuff up. That fork is
Listen.
not really a fork. What did that
Legit.
fork just move? I'm like,
But
so.
like, is that shit waving it?
I
Like
know,
the
right?
towel, the way they fold the towels, there could be.
Yeah. And I've missed, I'm sure, many a good experience staying at a hotel versus Airbnb. Because you can, hey, Omar and Shalom, let's put our money together and pay cheaper than buying 3 separate rooms and all this kind of
Yeah.
stuff. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm the oddball out. You gotta like knock me out, hit me with a mallet, and like wake up. Where are we? Like we're in an Airbnb. Like let it
man.
go.
Like, why am I tied down?
I know, right?
Because you can't leave.
I know, right?
You paid for it, so you got to stay with us.
We used your wallet while you were knocked out.
Right.
And speaking of these hotels, on a recent trip I just took
Lord.
to the massive air quotes lovely city of Milwaukee. I have
Massive air quotes.
I have nothing against Milwaukee, and I'll leave it at that. And I'm smiling. It's not a sarcastic thing, but just Milwaukee is
The lies.
No, it's just Milwaukee is Milwaukee. All right,
Isn't that where they make beer?
you and my
Cheese.
mom. Yeah, you and my mom said the same. They got a lot of beer there. I'm like, I am sure there's something else other than the whole
Cheese.
city of Milwaukee.
The cheeseheads.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
Green
what
Bay.
Green
and
Bay-
stuff.
Green Bay
Yeah, yeah,
Packers.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Did not see them. So yeah.
Well, you wouldn't. It's off season.
I know. Well, the NFL draft was actually
Oh,
like
no,
It was
2
held
days.
there?
Yeah, this year. Mhm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But again, Milwaukee is further south than Milwaukee. I mean, Green Bay. Milwaukee is further south than Green Bay. Excuse
Gotcha.
me. But the hotel I stayed at, we won't name names of the brand.
Uh-oh.
It was nice. It was nice. Nice view. Everything had the most random late night city bus next to it. I'm thinking Milwaukee shut down when the sun went down. I was like, nope, that bus is running till like 2, 3 in the morning. And I was going to take it, but I was like, I don't know where I am.
You're like,
and-
take it to where?
Exactly.
Where am I going?
Exactly. We don't need a breaking news. Breaking news, man from Brooklyn, we won't say which race he is, started some shit in Milwaukee. He rode the bus at 2 in the morning. I'm like, no, I was just trying to get something to eat. You know? All that to say, we'll get into this too. We've mentioned it before. I am a huge Golden Girls fan. I am a self-proclaimed number one fan, and I will fight anybody, not physically, obviously, but we will duke it out over fandom of Golden Girls. So I
We're
love
going to
that.
duke it out.
Trivia it out. That's it. Trivia.
We can do it.
Bang,
We can
bang,
do it.
ask questions. I got you.
Exactly, right. So that is like my calming down, my zen. That's how I go to sleep. I sleep really well when I put Golden Girls on in the background and I'm sitting
my
down.
gosh.
I'm out like this.
That's
straight,
so
straight
cute.
little 3-year-old story time. That's it. Put little Chris in the crib and that's it. Put on Golden Girls and that's it.
Put on Chris, give him a binky, and put on Golden Girls.
That's it. That is. Just, you want me to shut up here? Golden Girls, sit down. All right. Start the timer. 10 minutes. He's out.
God.
So I put it on. And, it was an hour difference. So I'm like, it was messing my normal time up. Like, this is supposed to be on and whatever. So I go to sleep. And I was really, really tired. So I just knew I was sleeping for like 10, 12 hours, right? A sabbatical somewhere, hibernating.
Right.
I wake up to the fire alarm blaring. Now, mind you, I was face down. I'm going to be real transparent. Slobbering. I mean, I fell asleep in my clothes. I was gone. Sleep.
Done.
Damn.
So I wake up and I'm like, oh, man, I'm rested. And I'm hearing the alarm go off. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Shit goes happen. I'm like, okay, I wake up and I still see Golden Girls on. It was the same episode that I turned on. So I know I only got like 3 minutes of sleep.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and so the thing is, it's going, and mind you, again, Milwaukee. I don't want to just come out the room angry,
Right.
angry Chris. I'm not from here, so I'm pacing in my room, looking out the doing my little concerned neighborly. What are y'all doing? Shut up the noise, kids! Coming back inside.
right. What's going on?
And so I didn't stop. So I go into the hallway and I see the other guy directly a room in front of me. He's like, is this shit serious? I'm like, I guess. I'm like, I don't know you. So I was like, whatever. I already had instant attitude. Don't ask me questions during a fire alarm.
And then the guy asked the most stupidest questions.
Exactly. Is it serious?
Bitch, do I work here?
Right.
Is this
Right.
serious?
Exactly.
You're like, hold on.
Hold
Let me
on.
make a call.
I know. Let me call the fire department. Right.
Right.
But hold on. Let me get on shift real quick
I know.
and find out.
Shit, let me clock
Bitch.
in. Let me clock in. So I see down the hallway, I hear the ding, the elevator. You're not supposed to use the elevator in a real fire. So I didn't know.
Right.
But I saw the dude jump off. And mind you, I just woke up and I'm already sarcastic. So I'm like, whatever. I'm not even walking down nobody's steps. I was like, whatever. So I get in an elevator and it jumps, right? It's like, oh,
Nope.
shit. But so I took it down. I know, right? But I took it downstairs. It was still working. It should not have been working. So I got downstairs and people are sitting there. I'm like, okay, this either is serious or we're in Milwaukee, in the middle of nowhere. I don't know what y'all do out here. So I'm sitting there. I look in the kitchen, my fat ass. I'm like, well, if I'm awake, is there anything down here to eat? I'm waiting. And there wasn't. And there was nobody by the front desk. So I'm like, whatever. So I'm pacing back and forth. I start making little videos, chronicling this. And then here you go, 2 fire trucks pull up.
Oh, my goodness.
And I was like, oh, it must be real. So I'm like, we can't see any smoke or whatever. So everyone's coming out of the hotel at this point.
Damn.
And we're sitting there, and then he runs in, one of the fire people, I couldn't tell if it was a woman or a man. Yeah, firefighter, excuse me, thank you. Comes back out, turn off the sirens on the fire truck. They leave. I'm like, and the alarm is still going off. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Y'all didn't do much. I was like,
right.
What
Came
did we
and
do?
did nothing.
Exactly, right. And so I go back in, still with my little, my little video vlog. I'm thinking I'm some TikTok or whatever bullshit. This is more from my sarcasm later. So now this is where Milwaukee shocked me. So, and not to make this racial, but this... Looking at her, she was Marsha Brady. Like, you'd have think she was Marsha Brady, right?
Okay.
Just looking at her. The other guy, and again, it's another shock in Milwaukee, the entire hotel staff at this hotel they were non-white. I was not expecting that, right?
Oh,
and we'll get
wow.
into why I wasn't expecting that, good or bad.
Right.
She was giving this dude the entire business. She's like, what you not going to do? I ain't paying for this. I was like, all right, Marsha Brady. She was reading him his entire life over. Because I guess he was trying to call somebody to figure out how to turn the alarm off. And she was going at him. I was like, all right, Marsha, you ain't paying for nothing. I'm with her.
You're like, speak.
Exactly right. She went completely off. I was like, all right, get back upstairs.
So she hit him with the Karen.
Yes.
I want to speak to your manager.
Exactly.
Like, damn, bitch.
During the fire alarm too, right? So I get upstairs and it's still going off. So this is like an hour at this point. I'm like, this is ridiculous. And mind you, while I'm in Milwaukee, and again, we're getting to all of this more and more, but I was in there for a modeling thing. It was for a commercial, right? So my face does matter. Like, Chris, did you get punched in the face with a bag of nickels? Like, no, I couldn't get to sleep last night.
Right.
So I'm nervous, right? Because I'm like, damn, I have like no sleep, right? Because the call time was early, 8:30, and this is already past 1. I'm like, damn it, right? So we're going, and all of a sudden, it just stops. No announcement, no nothing, no loudspeaker, just done. And then people are still outside, because again, there was no formal anything. There was
nothing.
no going
Nobody
down, there's no
guiding.
ringing. It's like, look, where the front door is. You can use it or you don't. I'm like, all right.
Right.
So I'm like, is it done or is it not? So I go back downstairs one more time thinking, did I miss something or whatever? And then people are just sitting there just trying to calm themselves back down from the moment.
Right.
Yeah.
I go back upstairs and I didn't have that restful sleep. And so when I went back downstairs, again, one of the keys to my heart, obviously, as we hear, is Golden Girls, but the other one is free food.
Right.
So they did say free breakfast. Now, I'm a sucker for free breakfast, and it was good.
Yeah.
But they had like Belgian waffle stands, yogurt, like
Yes,
the good
Milwaukee.
yogurt. Yeah, eggs, everything. And I was like, all right, I will forgive you.
Right.
This one time.
Because
This
of
one
the
time.
continental breakfast.
You fed me. And they had stuff that was to go. Like you could take stuff to go. So it's like, that is usually my
Nice.
thing. Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness.
So yeah, Milwaukee is I will need to, well, let me not say need. If I ever go back, and they were really nice to me, while I'm there, I would like to go actual downtown because I was like on the cusp of Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Right. So, and that's why my opinion of it is like, well, there's a squirrel and there's some grass
Right.
and there's a fire truck, and there's where I'm up here for, and then there's the plane, and that's all I got.
Right.
But yeah, to that, I was like, shenanigans. I was like, I didn't appreciate NT of that.
NT. Speaking of which, like calming people down in the midst of chaos.
Mm-hmm.
When like Omar, you were talking about flights, like that idea of you looking at the people and everybody's like trying to regulate themselves after a fire drill reminds me of like being in the sky with heavy turbulence. I don't know if you guys have experienced heavy turbulence.
Yes.
I feel like anyone who has flied consistently has.
Yeah.
But like it's been a while. I think I was 19 when I had to like meditate myself out of the plane because it was a double-decker plane.
Oh,
and the
wow.
sky was tossing it around like a leaf.
Yeah.
And then recently I took a flight from Dallas coming to New York direct. I literally thought it was over. But the funny thing is, it wasn't necessarily because of me. Like, I was all right.
Yeah.
But eventually, when the turbulence gets bad enough, if you guys have ever experienced this, where others start to then comment and react
freaking out, yeah.
and respond and start freaking out, it's really hard to hold it together
Hell
when the
yeah.
people around you are like, so it got to the point where the entire, and I'm guessing it was more towards the back. I was sitting, I think, 2 rows from the last row.
Okay.
And in that
Oh,
space,
Lord.
I dated a pilot
No.
once. I dated a pilot once, and he said, what you're feeling back there is not what we're feeling in the front.
Really?
So yeah.
Wow.
This
you
was
get,
like,
you get to tell them all that shit. You
because it's
feel
literally the
Wow.
tail. The
Okay.
tail is
Yeah.
going to be vibrating more. There's a lot more. You can feel the nuance of the flight in the back. In the front, the one who's, what's it called? Like pacing or
class.
breaking the wind. It's much less.
Smoother, yeah.
Yeah, it's more smooth, which I didn't know until I dated him, and he was like, "No, real talk."
Yeah.
So I realized that we were getting the worst of it back there. Yo, I could see from the middle of the plane back, because it was so shaky. People were like, like screaming, grabbing the sides, and I was like, I was doing
armrest? They were holding
the
armrest?
armrest. I was sandwiched between 2 dudes on my right. He was like he looked like horrified, like kind of frozen horrified. The guy on my left, he was like talking to himself, kind of like panicking, but like trying to talk himself down. It felt like.
Yeah.
Then he popped something.
Oh, there you go.
I literally was gonna be like, bro, you got
know,
extra.
share.
I didn't know what it was, but after he popped something, he was much more like almost
Share with
like
the class.
almost like asleep, and I was so jealous.
Oh,
I was gonna be
damn.
like,
Papa
can I
Molly on
please
the
have
plane?
something
saying
like
Molly on
Ambien
planes?
or something?
Say
I don't know what it
less.
was, but like he had to do that. And so then I was mad. I don't have anything. Like the strongest thing I bring on a plane is like melatonin,
Yeah.
and it does not work.
Gummy
It did
bears.
not work. That
Right.
mess I come straight back to. And so I went through all my strategies, like my breathing techniques.
Yeah.
I freaking like close my eyes and like go through my yoga sun salutation technique. Then I had to pull out my phone, pull up my fur babies. But then I started thinking, who's gonna take care of them when this plane
Stress you
goes
out.
down? So I got even more stress. Yo, I
Wow.
couldn't do it. And even worse, by the time we got to the gate, we land or whatever, the captain talking about, sorry about that.
No,
That's
sorry about that, my
what
bad.
they said. They were like, sorry everyone about that. Seriously? Like that's what you're talking about? Literally worst flight. It took me
Yeah.
almost like a year, 2 years to get over that flight.
I'm sure it did.
I started getting like
Sorry
anxiety.
about that.
They said,
My
sorry
bad.
about that.
I would have been banned from flying again. I would have walked by the pilot. Sorry about that. Sorry about this.
Wait,
Crack.
do you guys have genderism when you get on the plane when the pilot comes on? I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna be
Okay.
fully transparent. In this case, the pilot was a woman.
All right.
So when she came on, she was like, "Okay, everybody," and in my mind, I was like, "We about to die." I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh.
Hashtag I just totally canceled myself. But like in my head, I was like, "We about to die," because
I
like
need to get off.
well, like traditionally
You hear that voice, you be
speaking.
like, I'm on the wrong flight.
Right.
This is not
So
my
then-
flight. Hold on. These
Where's
are
this going?
open.
Where's this going on?
These are open.
Which is not true. Let me clarify. It is absolutely not true. I'm talking about a bias.
Yes.
And I was talking about me immediately responding to the bias in my mind. So I'm just being fully honest. But it was interesting because it was the worst flight of my life.
Validation.
And when we landed,
Validation.
she was like, sorry about that. I was like,
I was texting
girl.
while I was flying. I'm sorry.
Yeah, or something. Like it was terrifying. I literally was like, but then the crowd affirmed me, which is what made it worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my mind, I'm like, I'm about to die, and they're like, ah! Somebody was like, oh God! Like, I was
There
like,
it is.
nope, we can't do this.
They bring
We
the Lord's.
can't-
They bring the Lord's
we-
name. Then
That's
you're
it.
like,
That's
oh, take me, Jesus.
I never.
Take
I'm ready.
the wheel.
I'm
Take
ready.
the wheel.
Please, good.
Jesus, take the wheel.
No, for real. Jesus, up front.
Right.
We need you. Like,
We need a third
I'm not playing.
pilot.
I know we're
Right.
not playing.
It was wild. Air turbulence, not okay. Like, and I know people who have prepped for it ahead of time, ordering things that they can pop. Probably like the guy next to
Yeah.
me. Going. I know a friend who did who was hypnized
Yeah,
leading up
those
to a
systems?
flight
Oh wow.
so that he could get on the flight.
Wow.
no,
That's
crazy.
that's serious.
So I just want to say something about the turbulence. So yeah, I do. My thing is the taking off is what makes me more nervous than actually.
Oh, really?
When I'm taking off, I'm like, oh Lord. Man, then we're in the air.
You're okay.
You know why? Because when one way in the air, I already come to peace. Like, if anything's gonna happen, it's gonna happen.
It's done. Right.
Yeah.
We're up here, so
It's gonna happen, and I'm just gonna be like, Lord, just you do what you gotta do.
do whatever you need to do.
Going landing, I'm fine, but it's always the takeoff because it's so shaky taking off. You're just like,
Yeah. You're in a rocket. You're literally in a rocket.
A foil tube. I would say that it wasn't turbulence. I guess you call it turbulence. Never forget this. Coming from Chicago back to DCA when I still lived in Maryland, little 2x2, right? The little skinny paper towel jumps.
The little hour flights.
Yes, exactly. Right, up and down, right? So we're going, and there wasn't a bump, literally, the whole flight. And as we get in, if you ever flown into DCA, I forget which flight path it is, obviously coming from that way, you can see, like if you're sitting at a table like right now, if you can imagine where the table stops and you see your legs underneath, that's where the water and the concrete starts with that. It looks just like that.
For the runway?
Yeah. So I'm in the very back seat.
Lord.
And you see, you hear the flight attendants prepare the cockpit for landing, whatever, and they go. And you're just looking at the wrong time, pay attention to something. I was like, she walked with a more pep in her step. Like, she darted past me. I was like, where you going back here?
Right.
I was like, okay, nothing, right? And when we hit, you heard this, like, when you land and hit the brakes or whatever, you feel you thrust forward a little bit.
You go forward.
That happened before we landed. It was the weirdest feeling. And when I tell you, the life vest shot out from underneath all of our...
Really?
I was so freaked out because... I'm focused on her. Like, where the hell she just
Why
run
is she... Yep.
And then the
You
joke.
know why she was running? She gonna strap her ass in. Like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
My seats are better than yours.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
And then, like, you feel this thing in the bottom of my feet. So my mind went to, okay, who playing with feet down here, right? And then I looked down, and
it was the
life vest. I was like, oh shit. I was like, damn. It was that was the roughest landing ever. It was like,
wow.
Yeah, because it happened, boom, boom.
He slammed down.
Yeah, she was not playing. I know something you don't. I was like,
right.
strapped in.
Right.
No,
you
boom.
always check the workers on a plane. If you're concerned, just locate your nearest flight attendant.
Yep. Yes.
What are they looking like? Do they look panicked? Are they running a little bit quicker?
Did I hear
Do
a
they
door
look
open?
hasty? Right. Are they like strapping things in?
Are you getting your suitcase? I was like,
right.
She come out with
a parachute?
It is like a backpack. Like, she didn't come with a backpack. Where the fuck is she going? Like,
I don't remember them wearing a
that
backpack.
bitch jumped.
Yep.
Like,
You're like,
well,
you always gotta calculate what is their demeanor, and then you know if you're all right or not.
Also, to that,
that's fucking crazy.
When they stop the meal service, that's when you know it's shit serious. Because most people they go through stuff, they be hitting you and stuff like that. And but when they wheel the cart back, I'm like, it must be serious. I was like,
let me lock this bitch.
I know, let me lock this back up.
That's so nerve wracking when they're like, flight attendants suspend all service, and you're like, why are we suspending this service?
Like, I'm hungry. I was next. My pretzels are right there.
Exactly.
Like, we ain't get pretzels yet, bitch. Like, come on.
Do you want to live or do you want pretzels? Come back to me. I was like, how long is this flight?
Come back to me.
All right.
You mentioned it earlier about the cruise.
Oh yeah, how was that cruise?
So I'm not gonna lie, I had a great time on the cruise. It was 7 days. The cruise was called the Mardi Gras.
Yeah, Mardi Gras.
And I had a great time.
Uh-oh.
What I didn't like was, so you were talking about advertising certain things. In my mind, the way they made it, the way it seemed to me was food 24 hours a day, anytime. No, bitch. Like, the most popular places shut down at a certain time. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Mm-mm.
Like, it was Shaq's Chicken, Guy Fieri's Big Bite. Like,
the employees
they had burgers. Shaq had his chicken spot. Shaq shit closed at 5. I was like,
on a 24-hour cruise, you don't have anywhere else to go.
5 p.m. And then the burger spot closes at 6.
Yikes.
I was like,
yikes! Early bird special.
The only thing
what was open?
The only thing that was open was the little ice cream machine, which wasn't ice cream. That shit was fucking froyo, and that shit pissed me off. And then the pizza.
Yeah, pizza.
I was just gonna say, was it the pizza?
Now, when I tell you,
pizza,
I could have made this shit better. I could have made this shit better.
You were like, hold on, I'm coming back.
I know, right?
I looked and I was like, can y'all put more cheese on that?
Nope.
They were like,
has to last for 7 days.
They were like, this is the way the pizza. I was like, I see more sauce than cheese. Like, no.
Margarita pizza.
No. But again, it was a good
Gross.
flight. I'm a good flight. It was good. I had a great time on that cruise. Next time I go, if I ever go again, I'm gonna go with people who don't make agendas. And it's nothing towards them, like, because you gotta remember, you wake up every day early for work. If that's what you do. If I'm on a cruise, I do not want to wake up.
Sleep in.
I don't want to wake up at 7 in the morning to have breakfast with everyone.
Right.
Fuck you guys.
7 a.m.
7 a.m. Like, oh, we're gonna meet at 8.
Who?
Ooh, right. You're going to meet at 8.
You can meet at 8.
No, thank you. That's not a vacation.
Thank
And
you.
you're on a cruise.
Thank you.
And they give you an itinerary anyways on the cruise.
And they give you
If
yeah,
things
and
to do,
don't they have dinner at every same time every
Yeah.
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 Do they have breakfast at the same time every
Yeah.
at 8
Yeah.
or 7? Well, wait, what do they offer breakfast
No, they do.
all day?
No.
They should.
So it's breakfast to a certain time. Then it's lunchtime, which you're basically on your own. You could get the chicken spot. You could go anywhere
Shack
on
spot. Yeah.
and then it's dinner time, and then dinner ends at a certain time too. And you just like,
I did one cruise too, but I don't remember the food. The
and the
food
thing
was
is,
not
you look at
memorable.
the menu. You look at the menu. It's like, oh, it's limited.
Yeah.
Or if you want something special, it costs more. You're just like,
Oh, really?
They like you in.
Oh, you got to get like the package. It's like the
They have many
it's like
packages,
the socioeconomic barrier. Like what is
Yeah.
it called?
I was just
the
like,
Titanic
whoa.
packages.
Yeah, if you
You're-
want the all drinks inclusive
Right,
and
right.
stuff like that. That
Oh,
is so funny that
snap.
you had.
and speaking about, I'm not a drinker. I don't drink like that. So speaking about the drink package, you're only limited to like 10 drinks a day. I'm like, that's not a fucking drink package.
10 wait, you said 10 drinks a day? And
Yes.
last time I checked, my research is like if
My
women
research?
have 10 drinks a month, we're in trouble. You said 10 drinks a day.
On a
Yes.
vacation,
We all trying to die.
I know.
No,
We
and
all
the
trying to
thing
die.
is, so there was a guy, I called him Adam Cole. Now, if I have any wrestling fans on this as is listening, they don't know who Adam Cole is. This guy looked like fucking Adam Cole, and I looked at him and I was like, dude, has anyone told you to look like Adam Cole? He was like, I've heard that a couple of times. And when he spoke to me, I was like, how many drinks are you in right now? He goes, I'm like on 7. It was 3 in the afternoon.
There it is.
I said, bitch, are you fucking kidding
Oh
me?
my god.
I was like,
10
is your liver gonna
drinks?
survive these 7 days?
Right. Maybe the drinks were also watered down, but that's what makes people more
Also
busted.
true. Yeah.
Sugars, all that fillers, all those freaking mixers,
Yeah.
be messing you up, messing you
But
up.
yeah, but again, it was a good cruise. It was a great first time experience for me.
That's good.
Um,
Wait, where did you stay? Low or balcony or mid?
I had a balcony. I had a
Oh,
balcony.
you're so lucky.
Yes.
I
Fancy.
did not. That was my other mistake. I was friggin' in the
Nah.
front, bottom of
nope.
the on the water. My little
No, we
window.
open a boat
we
move?
were all on the same floor. Like some
that's
people were on
cool.
one side, we were on the other side.
Oh, that's
I
fun.
had a balcony.
Oh,
And,
cool.
and the thing
Yes.
is, yo, I
Woo,
thought
that's how I
it was
wanna
a
do it.
joke when they say that shit. Like you hear sounds that make you want to do something crazy.
Yeah. Really?
Yo,
You were on the edge?
no.
You went to the balcony?
I was on the balcony, and I'm like maybe 3 cabins down. I'm hearing someone like, "Do you hear that? They saying jump in the water." I said,
Oh,
"This
wow.
this motherfucker better not ruin. He better not ruin my
Ruin
goddamn
talking
cruise."
about we
Come
must
join
go
me.
back
He's
to the
like,
mainland.
You don't hear that? You don't hear that? Babe, you don't hear that? It's talking about you want to jump. I said, this motherfucker crazy.
You actually heard that?
Yes, I heard him say this shit.
They're like, we're returning back to the mainland after 2 days.
Yeah,
People start cruising.
the boat pitched left real quick. You
Right.
turn.
That's terrible.
That is crazy. Really super quick cruise shenanigans. So it wasn't anything. Well, I will blame the cruise because if I wasn't there, this wouldn't have happened. First cruise was a Carnival. We'll mention them. We'll give them some clicks here. They have a captain's night. I don't know if they do
Yes.
that right. Yeah. So you dress
Captain's
up.
night?
Yeah, you dress up for dinner.
So it's basically
That's
like the
cute.
the third night at sea, the
Yeah.
second night at sea, because the first night that's when you're leaving. The second night you're basically on just the water the whole time.
Yeah.
Before you land.
Yeah.
So it's captain night is always the second night where everyone's dapper. And
Prom. Yeah.
Yes.
And
That's basically what it is.
Yeah,
is
it's
prom.
And the captain does usually come out. The captain actually comes and
Yeah.
you can take pictures and stuff like that.
That's cute.
Yeah. So I go, get dressed up to Omar's drink package. I brought my own drink package.
Oh Lord.
So I was gone by the time
got
the dinner started.
Yeah.
And they have the club on the boat. So we go.
Yeah.
And when I, back in my heavier drinking days, I turned into a complete 101% flirt. I'm just on,
You were
on everything,
all over
everybody.
everyone.
Yeah. If it's moving, I'm on. I'm talking to it.
Oh,
It's
shit. Wait, does he have a pulse?
exactly. Bring him over here. So there was
Overtime.
Yeah, complete overtime. Double overtime. So there was. I can say I never forget, but the inconsistent memories that I have of this night. There was a group of girls.
That's how you know you had a good time.
Exactly. They were dancing. Of course, hey, let me hike these dress pants up. I can get down there with you too, right?
Nope.
So whole night, why am I in deep knee bends on the floor dropping like a tap? The entire night, that's me flirting. I gotta just show off. You go down, I'm gonna go lower. You take me to the basement, I'm gonna go to the sub basement. We're going, right? So, and I remember she was in a chair, and I straddled the chair.
No.
Then you're doing a what do you call it? What split?
split?
Nah, yeah, whatever they call it. The whatever.
Middle split?
Yeah, no, not middle. The other one, spread eagle, whatever. That one.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Oh. Omar's face says it all. I agree with Omar's face.
First off, Chris went back to the stripper days.
Magic Chris.
That is coming to another. They are referencing something real in my life. Yes, we will get to that podcast soon enough. So I remember that, and I remember doing all this stuff, motorboat and all this kind of stuff. I was rolling, yeah. So we go to the all night pizza place, and if you can imagine a counter where you had to put your hands on it.
Yeah.
And I lift up because I'm doing what Omar said earlier, put more cheese on it, put more pepperoni.
Yeah.
Right,
and everything was cooked to order, so it's taking 10 minutes. So the people we made fast friends with were in between waiting for it. We're having a little dance off there. And who's on the floor again? It's Chris. Of course, I have to show you what I'm doing.
Yes.
So all that to say, next morning, I'm groggy, underneath hungover, and my clothes or whatever. So I wake up, I'm putting stuff away. I lift up my pants, split right down the pants. So from whenever that happened, I'm walking around the boat for hours.
You don't even know.
I don't even know. And no one even tells me that my ass is hanging out of my pants, right? And I'm like, this is for hours. And
probably because it matched the energy that you were bringing. They were like, yep, he wanted to go ahead and showcase.
No, I did not.
That's part of
And then the thing that makes me that cringe is because it probably happened when I did the chair, and then again, imagine you leaning up on this pizza counter
and
looking over, so
over.
of course your butt pokes out, and I'm like, nobody saw
Wait,
it.
now my thing is,
I need to see those.
my mind just went completely haywire. Now, what kind of drawers were you wearing?
Right.
Were they like the bikini?
Wait, you had drawers on, right?
I hope you had drawers on.
Right.
Was it like a thong and cheeks
Right.
It was a step thong.
G-string.
I
had on underpants.
I did have on underpants, but
Okay,
they were
just-
not ready for primetime debut,
No.
so they were not the ones that
They weren't like you're good. Yo, you be I know as a woman, you be having like each week you have your set of underwear.
Yeah.
Good, go out. Period. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was not ready.
These were not ready for.
Oh no.
This was visiting grandma.
Oh,
These are the
That's
yeah.
my favorite story
Yeah,
ever.
these are like we're doing
Full
laundry.
split. How
and-
how long are we talking? Like the whole seam in the back?
Yeah, no, from the belt buckle all the way. I was like, man alive. Just like there is no way. There's not even a way. Like if you're walking, it's
So
gonna
when
move.
you didn't feel like wind, you know how
I
you're
was
like,
drunk before. I was drunk before we left the room.
When you're young, you don't feel nothing.
the alcohol just be warming
Yeah,
up your
and I
body.
Someone throw water and you be like, I'm
I'm
sweating.
sweating.
Yeah. So I mean,
Alcohol sweats.
as I'm reliving this whole moment, like from the walk out the room to the elevator to taking
All
pictures in the
the
hallway,
things.
and I'm loud as hell, flirting,
Yes.
and I'm like this fool here. None of you said
No.
nothing, and I'm in the dining room. I don't know when this happened, but clearly, but it's enough time. Hours have had to have passed, and I can only stop at the time when I looked over that pizza counter. I know y'all had to see
You
this.
saw it.
No.
Somebody saw
You know
it.
when it happened? The first time you went down.
Probably, yeah.
You hiked up the
I know,
pants and was like, I'm not giving you no more leeway. There you go.
I warned you. I was like,
I can't.
Yeah.
That's the best story ever.
yeah. And to bring even more attention to myself. So, yeah, now
man.
this is a definite travel story. So, as you all know, I'm from Germany.
Yes.
I haven't gone back as an adult. I'm definitely changing that more.
Right.
P.S. Germany, stop faking with my citizenship. I was born there in the country. Stop it right now. I digress. Actually, no. Germany, Petticoat Junction. I'm sorry I have to do this. We're putting my home country, Germany, the train to Petticoat Junction, pulling in for a second here.
No.
There you go. Bye, Germany.
It's a quick trip there and back.
Okay.
I get it. The whole, if people don't know, like back then, they were more interested why you were in the country. And I think the U.S., I think most countries have this. Like, why were you, your mom, whoever, why were you born within these borders?
Yeah.
And for them, in particular, with the U.S. Army, like if you were, and it's still, I think to this day, not just Army, but the armed force, wherever the base is, that's considered technically U.S. soil. So if you're on the base, you're considered being born within the U.S.
Oh, okay.
I was born in the country. St. Anna Clinic is in the country of Germany. It's not like, oh, it's adjacent to the base. Like, no, my mom had to go over there. Like, it's in the country, right? There's no doubt about it. So with that, they still chose to say, well, you wouldn't have been over here had your dad not been in the military, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I get all of that. Comma, don't ask me from a biological standpoint why was I born, bitch, because the water broke and I was born here. Don't question why I was born here. I was like,
right.
So I was born in the country. Yeah, my dad is an American citizen, but me, this is where I do separate myself from my family. I was born in the country. I digress. Yes, it does irk me, especially in this present time that we live in. Like, stop it right now.
Right.
But going back. This does involve me going back home to Germany. It's like 10 years ago at this point. We flying into Frankfurt. I have a picture to even prove this. So over the airport, there was a cloud. It's like if you ever flown to Los Angeles, you can see the smog sitting on top.
Yes.
Frankfurt doesn't have a smog issue, but like this particular day, like this weather system just stopped, and the plane was circling, like it literally was just going around, and the pilot was like, "Hey,
that's not safe."
No. So the pilot was like, "Yeah, we can't. We're waiting to see if we can go. We're waiting for air traffic control because they would literally be flying blind through this cloud." And it's like, "Yeah, we're not going to land." So they took us to Brussels, and I was like, "Okay, how are we going to get home from Brussels?" And so they stay here because obviously you're in another country. That's that's their own immigration. Like, They were like, do not leave, because it wasn't even really an airport. It was like kind of a hangar. It was like because it was an emergency.
Oh my gosh!
So we're sitting there, like you could see people frantic, like, what are we gonna do with these people? And they called in these buses. So it's like the bus will be here in an hour. So you saw everyone scheming, right? Because it was only 3 buses, because you had to get your luggage and everybody on these buses. This is an international flight, the big jumbo jet, right? So it's like 3 buses ain't gonna get nobody nowhere.
Right. Who's going?
So being here in New York, when the train comes, everyone rushes. You can see people plotting and stuff like that. And it's almost like waiting to double dutch. Like people waiting. It's like there'll be one
time.
The
moment that door open, I don't give a fuck who's trying to come.
Exactly.
I'm going right past them.
Yep.
So we saw where they were getting the bus, where it had to pull up, but you don't know where the bus door was, where the exact stop was. So it's like we're waiting. It was like, okay, Shalom's in front. I can take her. Omar's right there. I got to be. No, for you, you felt that. It was like, because
that energy.
Yeah, we had to get to.
People were plotting. Right.
Was like, I can take him.
Yeah, it was because
I might have a problem with that.
I might have to hit with my suitcase on that one.
Right.
So I'm there. And the guy I'm dating, it's 10 years ago, we're there, and I'm like, he's not. If shit go down, it's gonna be all on me. I'm like, fuck, he ain't gonna do shit. So I'm like, as he's all, well, we'll just get a car. I'm like, look here, we're getting on this bus.
On
like,
that
it's
damn
too
bus.
late. We ain't fooling with stuff over here. So the 1 bus pulls up, 2 bus, 3 bus. So everyone jams to the first one. So I see a moment of no one's looking at that 3rd bus, because it's still driving in while people are split decision. Like, you got to connect without saying, look, 3rd bus, right? My eyes are saying 3rd bus. I can't say it, because if I
blink 3 times, then everybody else is going to go to the 3rd bus.
There's other buses. Get them.
Yep.
Motherfucker.
You're like,
yeah, exactly, right?
Nodding.
So he got caught up in the wave to the 1st bus, so he had to fight his way out. And when he was doing that, people opened up and saw. I'm already there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, look. I hit him with the nonverbal, you on your own shoulder shrug. I'm like, I'm getting on.
No, you didn't.
It was like, Chris, say me. You're young.
I told you. I looked at you.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we're getting up there, and then people are like rushing to put their stuff underneath for the luggage, and then still trying to make it on the same bus. So I get up on there. And I see him, so I'm like fighting back through people and like put my hand, like we can like, arm, and like to drag him up there. And there were some older women and people with children standing up. I was like, well, I have a seat, and I was actually from here, and like don't make me pull cars.
Right.
So
we get passport.
Exactly right. So that's you're leading right into my next thing. So we finally get to Frankfurt. We have to go through customs.
Yeah.
And whatever the sign is, you hear it you have in JFK, any international, like, U.S. citizens or whatever they say. So I have to go through the one that's not citizens of Germany, and that's fine. I see the woman, because this is like midnight, so we're the last flight, one of the last flights that's coming in. So she had a complete attitude, and I get it. She's like, whatever, looking at American citizens. So I'm like, I get up there, my big, dark navy blue passport. I'm like, okay. It says place of birth at the bottom. You got to read to it, right?
Yeah. Right.
I had a big ass attitude too, and it's Germany. Oh, welcome home. Complete demeanor change.
Wow.
she's cursing everybody out. I mean, her attitude, it was like, whatever, damn American. You could see it in her face. As soon as I get there, oh, welcome home. I was like, well, thank you.
You're like, thank you.
Thank you. I will be here. Where's my strudel? Thank you.
Thank you. Say it in German.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's like, welcome home.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So we finally get, the rent-a-car, and we get to the hotel, which is down the street from a major train station. It's something Vertal. Something, my accent's trash right now. But so we're there, and I don't know the landscape of Frankfurt. That's not where I was born, or when I lived there. And I was also a little kid, so the stuff I remember is not there. But all that to say, we check in, and the guy checks us in, and my ex walks in front of me, and I'm right behind him. I ask questions. Hey, what's around here? Like, blah, blah, blah. He's a train station or whatever. And he says, have a good night, the way he looks at me. And I'm like, what is that about, right? So we get upstairs. Exactly. We get upstairs, and I'm looking down, the window has a view of the street. And all these, when you open up the window, it's like, boom. It's almost like Times Square. It's like, where are we staying at, right? Because, mind you, this is like 1 a.m. We're checking in. Yeah. I get on the Wi-Fi and stuff like that, and I see it says Red Light District. Yeah, we're right down the street from the Red Light District, right? So we went back out because I'm hungry. Got to feed the beast. And I was like, okay, I asked, there was some guy walk in. He was like, what's open? And the look he gave me was like, not food is open, right? And I was like, I'm dead set on food. Like, no, I want food. He's like, well, this place serves food. I was like, well, what's going on? I was like, yeah, no, this isn't a Red Light District. And he said Red Light District. But the way he said it was like, yeah, you're not really eating, and is that not? And that's not what's going to be eaten if there is some eating going on.
Right. And
he was like, oh,
you was a hooker?
He thought not, and then when I talked to him, he said, yeah, you two enjoy your night. I was like, and it struck me, I was like, I am not in the Red Light District. I'm not working because my ex, he's white. I think he did have German, and I'm actually.
Hashtag racial bias.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm like, oh, so I am the hooker. Like, literally.
Hashtag racial.
Yeah, and it's like, well, it was like a double slap. Should I be maybe offended? And two, thank you. I do look like I could get some money.
Right. You're like, I could
but
work
not this trip. I was like, not this trip. I was here last week for that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought he was a hooker.
Hashtag racism.
A legitimate street walking hooker at 1 a.m.
Because they didn't look at your boo.
Not at all.
Your boo thing.
Everything
they
I got. Everything. Enjoy your night. And I was like, why can't I enjoy it? Why can't he enjoy his night?
Right.
Okay, I'm working. I was like, whatever. So yeah, I was a hooker in my own home country. I was like, wow. Welcome home.
Damn.
Welcome home. Yeah.
I cannot. Well, I think we need a moment to pause.
Indeed.
I'm thinking about all these trip stories and this idea of traveling. We got good, bad, and indifferent when it comes to traveling. What we got?
I'll start off with the bad.
Okay, bring it.
Where we going?
Shitty fucking flights.
Yes, I second that. Woof.
I got nothing else to say more than that. Shitty fucking flights.
All
And that's
right,
it.
Chris,
That's
what
it.
do you got?
I'll go indifferent. I'll leave you to end this on a great note.
Okay.
I'm indifferent about shitty travel, to put it bluntly. Only because, on one hand, the older I've gotten, you will get the old crotchety old man. Everyone's getting a refund. I'm getting some free pillow, free something out of this, right? And on the other hand, it adds travel stories. We won't be talking about this if there wasn't shenanigans. But nor do I book things wanting shenanigans. But if it comes, it comes. Oh, man.
Okay. And the good part, I would say, is that hashtag first world problems. The fact that we get to travel, I think is so good that we have stories.
Yep.
I think it is so wonderful to travel. And so for those who are privileged enough to do so, is a wonderful thing. So
Yes.
I am so grateful.
And on that note, what we learn, kids?
Peace.
What's up, y'all? This is Omar
Shalom Israel.
And Chris.
from The Good, Bad, and Indifferent. We want to thank you for listening to this episode. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts, on IG, YouTube, TikTok, all of that. So go ahead, give us a follow, click on that subscribe button, leave us a comment, and do what you got to do so we can see you on the next episode.